Welcome to this week's fruit and vegetable update for the 16th of February 2021. This week in fruit. For something different, we have finger limes. These are an Australian native that Indigenous Australians have known about for thousands of years. Coming from our New South Wales grower, these little beads of goodness literally burst with a zesty lime flavour. It's a party for your taste buds. These small beads come in different colours and are perfect for sprinkling on top of your meal, adding to a dressing for a bold flavour, or stirred into your favourite cocktail for a zesty punch. Adding to our melon range, rock melons have arrived. Coming from our South Australian grower, they are smelling delicious. The melons are different sizes and counts per box to suit your needs. Coming from our Victorian grower, we have the quirky quince. This underrated fruit goes yellow on the outside and gives off a lovely fruity aroma when it ripens. Cooking quince is the best way to eat it, as having it raw isn't very appetising as it's too astringent, tart and hard. You want to know the unique thing with quince? When it's cooked, the flesh turns from white to red and tastes delicious. It can be poached or baked, but before cooking, remove the peel and the core. Why don't you give it a try? This week in vegetables, we had some rad radishes come in this week. Look at these beauties from our New South Wales grower. They're a medley of colour, fresh with lovely green leaves. Radishes can taste both mild and sweet, and peppery and pungent, depending on the type. These bulbs are great eaten raw in salads, pickled, added to kimchi, or lightly sautéed. Did you know you can eat the leaves too? These are great made into pesto or sliced and sautéed. Why don't you grab some for a bit of interest and colour to your shelf or meal? From our Tasmanian grower, we have Wombok cabbage available. Also known as Chinese cabbage, this long-leafed vegetable is a nice change from the round drumhead cabbages. Delicious stir-fried, raw, or used to make kimchi. We're going to have a quick word about sprouting potatoes. Potatoes can naturally sprout around 4 to 5 months after harvesting. So how can we prevent them from doing this sooner? Let's start with a few reasons why potatoes may start to sprout. Number 1, if they're in a warm environment. Number 2, stored near fruit or onions, which both give off ethylene gas. This gas ripens other fruit and veg around them. Number 3, if they're uncovered and in light. Here's how to store potatoes and hopefully minimise sprouting. Keep your potatoes stored in a cool, dry, dark place, keeping them away from natural light. Maybe in a kitchen cupboard or pantry. Keep them well ventilated. Don't put them in a plastic bag or sealed container, as this will only make them sweat and start to rot. Store them in a paper bag, cardboard box or potato sack, covered. If you're in a retail setting and you're going to leave the potatoes on the shelf overnight when the store is closed, put the potatoes to bed by covering them up with an empty potato sack. Don't store them in the refrigerator either, as this is too cold for them and can affect the potato starch converting to sugar. This can cause problems when cooking, so fried potatoes will fry with dark flesh, mashed or baked potatoes will taste sweet. A question often asked is, can you eat sprouted potatoes? Sprouted potatoes are okay to eat if they are still firm to the touch, aren't wrinkled and shriveled, and the sprouts are still small. All you need to do is remove the sprout and use the potatoes as you normally would. Happy cooking! Best value buys this week are tomatoes and shepherd avocados. Call our produce traders for more info on any of our fruit and veggie lines. Their phone numbers are on the availability list. Have a great week and eat organic!